Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this world. How are y'all doing? I missed y'all. Oh my gosh. I wish I could give y'all a big hug right now. How's everybody doing? The energies, or you want to talk about the energies? Well, first, happy Sun Trine Jupiter. hmm And then remember, it's Sun Trine Jupiter, Sun Trine Saturn. We're moving into a grand water trine. Water, emotions, you're going to feel it. And it feels great. It feels great to have Jupiter come out and bring all this support and protection because the energies have been pretty wild. You've been feeling it. I said it in your November forecast. I said, buckle up. It's some intense energies. How is everybody doing? What's going on? And it's so funny. I was trying to figure out how to take. I don't know why my name is showing up. I think y'all know who I am. I don't know. Um, I wonder. Can you tell me if you can hear me? Um, I have no idea because I'm looking at it and it says, "Okay, let me see something here." Mercury retrograde, Mercury retrograde, Mercury retrograde, Mercury retrograde. Okay, it looks like it's going. All right, great. So, y'all, oh my gosh, the energies. How are y'all doing, by the way? The energies. Can we talk about that? So, we've got it's Sun Trine Jupiter, and then we're moving into the water trine. It's going to feel really nice. But remember, it's almost like this water slide into the new moon that's going to be on Wednesday. Y'all know Wednesday, Thursday. It's happening around like I think it's 1:58 a.m. Eastern Standard Time between those 2 days. You know there's some intensity with that new moon. Uranus is in the mix. So the energies have been really strong because you've got half the solar system retrograde. Uh pretty much all the outer planets where their arms crossed, they're saying, nope, you can't go. You got to go within. Mars and Sagittarius, you're feeling that. It's trying to push you forward. It's almost like you're in this hamster wheel and you may be hitting dead ends. You may be hitting moments where it's just hard to move forward. And I have talked about this. Sometimes there are forces outside of your control. And so you have to take this time to go within. Because remember, at the same time, we're in a month of truths coming to the surface. And that also includes you and you being honest with yourself about certain things. And I say this because I've been going through, I know y'all know, I've been going through some experiences, especially with Ruby. She's sleeping back here. And it's just been a wild, intense ride with a lot of other things that have been happening. But um, even little moments will always, in this type of cosmic weather, they can take your energies extreme. So it is a good time to listen not only to the universe, but to you. Ask yourself, why are these moments happening? Is there something that I have to learn from this? The universe wants you to slow down and really reflect and do some introspection, even though you really, really want to move forward. So it's an interesting time because Mercury's retrograde at the same time, too. So you're probably reassessing, but you throw in the 4 or 5 other planets that are retrograde as well. And remember, Jupiter square Chiron, too, all month because Jupiter, remember, what is it? Last week went retrograde. And so he's just kind of spinning right at that degree point. I think it's 25 degrees. Therefore, he's pretty much squaring Chiron all month. So that's also something where it's asking you to heal old wounds this entire week strongly. And then you will have that new moon. Um, and when I talk about energy, when you're feeling these energies, it's not just astrology, and I've mentioned this before. It is not just the planets in the sky or the asteroids and the planetoids as well. It's everything. It's the fact that we have this interstellar object in our sky. It's matter. That's energy. We feel that. I talked about the solar flares from last week. Wow, we had 3 X-class flares at a time that we should be out of the peak. That's intense because they're headed toward Earth, so you feel that too. Remember, it really can offset your circadian rhythm. You could feel exhausted, especially with all the other energies on top of it. And so that's why it's a good idea to take those moments for yourself to always vibrate at the high frequency. And when I say that, really, really don't let any of these low energy frequencies pull you down any further. And what does that require? Self awareness, just being aware of any feelings of frustration, impatience, things like that, because you're going to get through these moments a lot easier if you can accept that they are happening and you wonder why, right? What am I supposed to learn from this? How is this going to make me stronger? Because I actually, the bigger picture here, you know this, right? The bigger picture here, the prison portal. Yeah. So the prison portal, if you don't know what that is at this point, which you should, I talk about all the time, it's the 4 outer planets and their configuration in this rare grand trine that has never happened in modern human history. Nobody on this planet, dead or alive, has experienced since the last ice age. Let's put it that way, because there's been others before the last ice age. And sure, we can say maybe it happened 20,000 years ago, maybe it happened, something like that, but we have not experienced it. So that's why you have a feeling of uncertainty sometimes. And that's what the rest of this year is for you to go within, because the prison portal that you experienced over the summer was giving you a preview of next year, and it was asking you to become a spiritual warrior, to become your spiritual warrior, so you're strong for 2026, which is going to be bananas. It's gonna be applesauce. It's gonna be applesauce. Yeah. And we're talking from the get-go. And how many times have and raise your hand. How many times have I said time is speeding up? How we got 45 days left until 2026. How did that happen? How this year just, well, that's the interesting thing. Remember, I said in your annual forecast, 2025 is going to be a year where you expand your consciousness, where you're going to see and experience things that you never have before. That there's going to be a lot of data that comes out and information that comes out that you've never experienced, or new things that have come to light, like consciousness, for instance. I just talked about this on Great Awakener. Consciousness, I always say expand your consciousness. And if you think about astrologically, that was Uranus and Gemini anyway. Gemini is the mind, right? And so you have probably seen and experienced a lot of things that is expanding your consciousness. And therein lies the irony. We don't even know what consciousness is. I always talk about the fact that everything in this world, 70% theories. It's theories. And theories that have been around for decades, like the Big Bang, FYI, are constantly proven wrong. Like the Big Bang, FYI. And so it's very interesting to think about. And that's why I was talking about energy, because we're all connected. You know that. You know we're all connected. And consciousness is not limited within you. In fact, the very, very first text by Hermes Trismegistus, y'all know about this, right? The Hermetic principles. As above, so below. Yeah. So the point being, everything's energy, everything's frequency, everything is vibration. That's why I say vibrate at a high frequency, because you don't want those low energy frequencies to be like quicksand for you. You want to use these energies to your advantage to become stronger. Because what do I say? That's what challenges are. We have to experience these challenges, experiences. We have to experience challenges to become stronger, to become better versions of ourselves. Life is not a Disney movie. And even if life was a Disney movie, think of any Disney movie, all the protagonists, all the heroes, they all go through challenges to have their fairy tale ending. And so I bring this up because the energies have been really strong. They have been bonkers, bananas, applesauce. That's my new thing. I'm going to say bonkers, bananas, applesauce. So just prepare energetically for this week, because the new moon will be strong. There's going to be a lot of things coming to the surface. Some of the things, did I tell y'all? So yeah, remember the prediction. So one of the predictions I made, it was in July when I had the vision of Prince. I'm always going to mess this up. Prince William and Kate Middleton. So it's in the live streams. I did it. I always do the live streams here. So I always have the receipts. You can always go back. It was July. And it was a vision what I had of him holding a baby. Very happy, very ecstatic. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then of her at a funeral. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. So what happened last week? Well, Prince William was at Christ the Redeemer in Brazil. What are the chances, right? And there are all these photos of him holding a baby, a newborn. You can't even make up that symbolism, right? With my vision of Kate at a funeral. And what happened last week? She was at the Armistice Day, the memorial, the memoriam. Yeah. And that is traditionally I think it's called blood royal duty. Yeah. It's reserved for those who's kind of born into that line of succession. And so that the visions that I had became a reality. Okay. That just happened last week. I did not see him at Christ the Redeemer. I just saw him with a baby, very happy, ecstatic. Saw her at a funeral. I didn't know it was a memoriam or anything like that. And so it was very interesting because that is something that I think will come to fruition. It's his big moment that's happening. There's momentum there. And I think there is going to be some big news, especially because in the beginning of the year, I told you. Oh, no, I actually said it last year. And I think it was November this time last year, or maybe even December. I said, oh, buckle up. You're about to see a lot of changes with world leaders, a lot of big changes. And then we had just the South Korea president. Was he fired? Is that the right word? We had Justin Trudeau stepping down. We had that guy in the UK. We had a lot. The mayor here in New York. We have, and it's not over. There's got to be, we had the Pope pass. It's not over. So what does that mean? Why am I bringing that up? Because that's new energy. It's brand new energy. And the decisions that they make have a big influence on us. and impact our energy. And remember, Pluto's in Aquarius. Aquarius represents the people, humanity, the collective. Pluto, power, transformation. Yeah, the collective is changing. We are changing. And Pluto in Aquarius is all about revolution, but also rebellion and rising up. Power to the people is what Pluto in Aquarius is. And remember, that just happened. Pluto's just getting started. He's just getting started. Oh, he had a blast with the prism portal, trining Uranus, all of that, sextile Saturn, all of that, right? That's coming back. That's coming back. You're still feeling, technically, Uranus is still trine Pluto, even though Uranus is back in Taurus, because it's at that 29-degree point. But it's gonna be, you're gonna feel it strongly when we get to next year. Okay. And remember, Pluto was out of bounds for so long. What day is it? November 16th. He was out of bounds. You felt that. You felt that energy. I think that was just, I can look at the chart, but anyway, it was just recently. So he actually added to that energy, that wild energy that you've been feeling. How have y'all been feeling? Tell me. Remember the solar flares. Again, that's the sun. All the planets, any heavenly body, energy. It's the same thing with the moon. Why, for centuries, for thousands of years, in fact, the moon has been associated with emotions. We feel emotional during full moons, during certain lunations. The moon has big impact on our oceans. It locks in our tides. It has impact over water. Yeah, emotions are associated with water. Our bodies have about 60 to 70% water. That's how much the moon has impact on us emotionally. Think about the sun, the life force. And when you've got the solar flares impacting Earth, yeah, we feel that. You feel that. You can even go down to a cellular, molecular level. It's, yeah, isn't that crazy? And so it can be, it really, everyone reacts differently. Yeah. If you are at a high frequency, if you are very spiritually present, always, in the moment, very aware, oh, you will feel it. You will feel it. Trust me. I can barely get off the couch every time we get the solar flares. I can't even get up. But a lot of people will feel it with dreams, with sleep. It does have effect on your circadian rhythm. It has physical effect. Remember last week, all the headlines during the solar flares, all the states, northern states from Washington to Ohio, saw the aurora borealis, the northern lights, where the sky's like really, these really surreal colors, green and orange and pink. That's the energies. And so work with them, okay? Work with these energies. Don't let them work you. I say that all the time. I say that all the time. So the other thing is that with knowing this, you got this great grand water trine that's happening right now. You're possibly going to be asking big questions. Yeah, moving forward. You possibly will be doing a lot of reassessing, but seeing the big picture. Yeah. And when we get to the new moon, there may be some changes. One prediction that I made. This was one of my first predictions. Y'all know this. If you've been a subscriber for years, you would know. I said last year, so I predicted the earthquake, the 8.8 earthquake, and I said that last year. And then it was in end of June that I said I saw the cracks. I got dates, July 3rd to the 9th. And then it happened like July 29th. And I said something was strange about it. I don't know. I got to feel this one out. And again, I just, I talk more about it at Great Awakener, but yeah, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. There's another. So with that said, with the fact that you saw with your own eyes the AWS outage, you saw that with your own eyes, and then Microsoft had a huge outage, and the AWS outage affected so many websites, so many businesses. And you'll never read about that on, you have to go to forums like Reddit and whatnot, or even social media. But that's powerful. That's pretty powerful. And when I say there's going to be stronger energies, you have to, it's building momentum. It's building momentum, but inside you too. Remember, we're all connected. We're connected. We're connected to the earth. Earth has energy, right? We have a biosphere. Earth has a heartbeat. We call it the Schumann resonance. And so there's just a lot happening. And I also said that too, with the news, there's so much, and it doesn't matter what subject it is or what category it is, there's almost this overload. And so there's this sense of overstimulation while you're also stuck. Like you can't go anywhere with the retrogrades. So you have to work with these energies and not let them bring you into this low energy frequency. How do you do that? Spend time outdoors. Put your feet in the grass. I say this all the time. It works wonders. Breath work. I talked about this. We have a new instructor on Great Awakener, Brian Johnson. He's doing a breathwork class now, and it's so amazing. It's all connected. It brings you back to that awareness of your body and how sacred your body is. And breath work it makes all the difference. The way that you're breathing. I think a lot of y'all know that I'm in physical therapy for a health condition. And I've learned a lot of different breathwork techniques too. It changes everything. It changes everything. And it helps when you are in the moment. It brings you into the moment. I say that all the time. The past, the present, the future. It's all happening at the same time. It's all happening at once. And so absorb all that. Be in the moment to have that self-awareness of where you are, of what you're doing, of the words that you're speaking, of feeling your heart, of all of that. It makes a huge difference. And it's really, and that's why I say spend time in nature, because it's so nice. You have to have those moments when you're in nature, when you can remove yourself physically and be in the place that Mother Earth wanted us to be in. Especially if you're in the city like me, you gotta find a park or a river. It'll change it. I can't even find my straw. Anyway, here we are. Y'all, what are y'all up to? The other thing, by the way, is that gold. So here's the thing. I'm going to tell you right now. First of all, I missed you so much. I missed all of y'all. I wish I could. It's been a journey. I think that you can probably see it in my face. It's been a journey. Ruby is right behind me. She had her surgery. She had her stem cell treatment. She's had the post-op care. She's had all of that. While I'm also, it's just like all at once. It's so crazy. But it is going to be this month. What day is it? November 16th. This month, I do my annual road trip to see my family in Atlanta. I'll have my laptop. And you know that I usually do your 2026 forecast while I'm on my road trip. I think I'm going to have to do your December forecast and I'll do your 2026 when I'm back here. But I was just looking at 2026. It's going to be a year. It's going to be a year. It's not just another year. It's a year of epic proportion. Like when I say we're moving into a brand new era, I've been telling y'all that every month so you can prepare. But the reality of just kind of going over my notes and seeing what's happening in 2026, oh, it is going to be, there's just expect a lot of change. You're seeing it. You're seeing it. We're in the brink of a big shift. And so it's always good to put yourself ahead of the game in all ways, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, because there's got to be some change. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying that society, the collective, our earth, all of that, it's due for a big shift. And it is a process. It's not like it happens 2026, it's over, it's done. No, we're in it now. We're on the brink of it. It started and we're moving through it. And then it's just we hit the ground running in January. There's a lot happening in January. And then, as you know, the big Saturn Neptune conjunction will be in February at the Aries vortex, the Aries point, 0 degrees of Aries, the beginning of the beginning. Nothing else would exist without that. Astrology wouldn't exist without that very first degree, the 0 degree. It's a big reset. It's the Great Reset, which I talk about in your video, but that's why it's just 2026. I'm like, how there's so much happening. You've got the prism portal, you have the nodal shift, right? North node moving into Aquarius, south node moving into Leo. You've got all those eclipses. You got the siren going by saying, pay attention, pay attention. This is a big thing. And again, 45 days away from 2026. Can you believe it? What are y'all doing for the holidays? Y'all going over Thanksgiving? Yeah, so there just may be a couple surprises before we move into 2026. Another thing that I talked about that keeps coming up, and I just talked about it, gold. Y'all got your gold? Who got gold? So that's another one that I predicted back in July. And it was the no, that was back in June. So I predicted that one back in June. I think it's the June 8th recording. The current energy is the June 8th. I can look for it, but either way, it's the last minute live stream with the new predictions. So it's the one where it's in my notebook. I wrote down gold 444. This is back in June. No economist had even uttered the phrase that gold would hit over 4,000 this year. They started saying that in, I think it was September. So the fact that happened, and then it was yesterday that gold, and I've talked about this, every government, every country in the world, they're buying all the gold. You know something, when they do that, you know that that's a thing. But yesterday, yeah, the year-to-date performance of gold surged 44%. Isn't that crazy? I wrote down 444. And I do believe it will hit 44. I didn't even know it was like a price at the time. So the reason I say that is because I've told you the economy is going to change too. Everything's changing. And it's a prison portal, out with the old, in with the new. Saturn's part of it, breaking down those old structures and old systems and for new ones. And then, one of the very first things that I told y'all from, I think it was a very first predictions video I did August 2024. Money burning. And so there's going to be changes in the economy. And so I just want, and I'm only telling you this to help you prepare, because sometimes you may be seeing these in the headlines about gold, countries buying gold. That's a big, if they're doing it, right? So they want to go to digital currency anyway. The Genius Act was passed, and that's that cryptocurrency, the stable coin. And I think what is it? The global currency, whatever it is. But I've talked about this. It's a good idea to just have physical assets in a time of uncertainty, with the tariffs, everything that's happening. And even with thinking about like the AWS outage, the underwater cables I've talked about, the big blackouts that I've seen, and the ones that have happened, I would say, now that you've seen this, now that you see it's possible, ask yourself, how can I prepare if this were to happen in my town or my city? What would I need for a day, 2 days? I would just think about that, just to help you prepare, because the energies are gonna be I mean, like, even just, I mean, like, one thing that gets me are these solar flares, the triple X class, which is the highest category, that came at a time where they're not supposed to be. We're like out of that season. That's when it's like, okay, well, I guess the energies are still strong. And the other thing, remember, this is a month of truths coming to the surface. I told y'all that. Revelations. Okay. And it works two ways. It's both. You're going to start seeing that. You're going to start seeing that soon. And it's within you too. And that's why I brought up the retrogrades. That's why I brought up all of this trying to move forward, but forces out of my control won't let me. Is because there is that element of being honest with yourself about something. Is there a reason why you feel like you can't move forward? You keep moving in circles. Well, remember, I said the retrogrades are there for a reason. And there could be something that you might have to change. I'm not saying you're doing things the wrong way. I'm just saying maybe there's a better way, right? So it's a good time to reassess and rethink and reevaluate. It's retrograde season. While Mars is in Sagittarius, he's so fired up. We want to move. Y'all have any questions? I know I just ate I don't know what it is, a walnut. How are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Oh, Emily, thank you for joining. Oh, Emily Drake, thank you for becoming a member. Light, love, peace, thank you for becoming a member. Y'all are amazing. I appreciate it. Lori, yes. Stunning shifts in the energies present. Oh, this week, really pay attention to what your body is telling you, what your soul is telling you, especially around Wednesday. It is a good day it is the day of the new moon that will be happening that night. So like Wednesday, Thursday. But really pay attention to what comes up around that time, because it's like clockwork. Astrology is the craziest thing, right? Because it helps forecast what's possible based on historical patterns. And that's why it's so accurate. It's just so bonkers to think about. But even today, let me see. I'm just gonna pull up the chart real quick. Where are we? Okay, yeah. Did any of y'all go through? So the moon's in Libra, by the way. Well, y'all, so that's really great. Sweet. We love the moon in Libra. A lot of emphasis on marriage and love and partnerships and your commitments. Doesn't have to be love. It can be, work related or your sister contracts, etc. But the moon is sextile Juno. Remember, is Libra's asteroid. Juno, Jupiter's wife, by the way, brings justice and truth. Again, it's a month of truths coming to the surface, but it could be with partnerships. There could be some energy there that you may have experienced today. And then we have, oh yeah, remember the day of the new moon. Again, this is happening. It is the most applesauce new moon with Venus and the nodes. There's something, it's just, I've never seen anything like this. There's just a bundle of aspects that are happening. So it is going to be a very busy week, as you know, if you saw your weekly forecast. Just remember, a lot of truth may be coming to the surface, but the best way to use this is go spend time in nature or sit in your sauna, your personal sauna, have that moment, and just let your truths come to the surface. What do you need to see, right? Through anything that you're going through circumstantially, or even just within. Take this time for you, because when the planets go direct, oh, and that's going to happen soon. That's Mercury at the end of the month. That's Saturn at the end of the month. You have Neptune. Then that's December. Oh, boom, boom, boom with Mars and Sag. So it really is a good time to just have these moments for yourself. Because it is, like I said, if you keep trying to do, which you can still, but if you hit roadblocks continuously, or if the universe keeps throwing things back at you, then you're like, okay, I'm just going to put in bridesmaids and have a moment. I'm going to go stumble in the woods, have my moment. Yes. A lot of y'all are feeling this energy. Yeah. Oh, Ellen, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's so sweet. Ruby says thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. It's been an emotional roller coaster. It has been. Ooh. And remember, y'all, I tell you this, I think I said this in the last live stream, but as a reminder with Mercury retrograde, Mercury is a ruler for Gemini and Virgo and is considered exalted. Many astrologers do consider Mercury exalted in Aquarius. Okay. It's not official, but it's just considered. Mercury, remember, is the lower expression of Uranus, and Uranus is Aquarius's ruler, modern ruler. And so if you have Aquarius, Gemini, or Virgo in any of your top 3, Sun, Moon, or Rising, you'll feel Mercury retrograde a little bit more than people who don't. Yeah. So just putting it out there, me as an Aquarius, as a Gemini rising, and a Virgo moon. Oh, do I feel Mercury retrogrades? Does my order always come in wrong when Mercury's retrograde? All the tech stuff. Oh yeah. But that's the thing. When you have, because I get a lot of questions about from a lot of y'all about certain placements that you have in your charts, certain aspects. Sometimes, if, for instance, this is an incredibly great weekend, right? We're starting today and tomorrow with the Jupiter trine, but there's possibly in your personal chart, there may be some squares, there may be some opposition. So it's on top of that. And so that's baked into your chart. You've worked with that energy your entire life. And so you can handle it better. And so I think the point that I'm trying to make is, like, even if you are affected greatly by Mercury retrograde, you still handle it really well than someone who every time they're just like, ah. So yeah, it's been a journey, especially with Uranus. um, what are y'all talking about over here? Oh, Kat, you've been ill since Monday. Sharp pain. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And you've been sick as well. That would not be a retrograde thing. That would be, I would say, more solar flares. I would say it's more about your chart. And it's funny that you bring up Monday because what day is today? Sunday. Oh, last Monday. Well, we did have the moon move into Virgo. Just came out of the moon in Virgo. Moon was in Virgo all weekend pretty much. So everyone is hyper focused on getting things done. You're probably cleaning a lot. You're probably checking off your to-do list, feeling those responsibilities, really wanting to put things in order, being very detail oriented. That's moon in Virgo. But remember, Virgo also rules health. And my moon is in Virgo, so, and my Uranus is in my sixth house, Virgo's home of health. But I had to take Ruby to the vet on Friday, and it's so funny. Every time, I wouldn't say every time the moon's in Virgo, we've had some aspects because the South Node is in Virgo as well. We just had the big eclipse in Virgo. We just came out of Virgo season. We had Mercury in Virgo. There's all that Virgo energy that we were coming out of. The vet that I go to, every time she says, it has been, what's going on, Jimmy? What's going on? It's always when there's a lunation in Virgo, because Virgo also rules pets and animals. Oh my gosh. But I hope that you are feeling better. And that's, when you have strong energies, especially with the solar flares, that can really affect your immune system as well. And this is for everybody. But remember, it's not just that. We have, what is it? I wrote it down because I thought it was very interesting. There was a news article that I read where we have some sort of polar vortex coming up. So any sudden change in weather can have an impact as well. But you can feel, again, with the solar flares, absolutely feel exhausted. And sometimes that exhaustion can bring dehydration. So it's trickle effect. So always be mindful of your health. Yeah. I hope that you are feeling better. Dr. Endophyte, you said you've been feeling hyper emotional. Yeah. You want to stop being angry all the time. You can. You can. And I always say, listen, there's a reason for us to have all these emotions, right? We have to feel them. You just don't want to get stuck in them. You want to find a way to get out. And that's why I always say, have those moments for yourself. Remove yourself from those low energy frequencies. Yeah. But it is the intensity that's happening. There is some intensity, and we are moving out of it. It's a good thing, but there is that new moon that's happening Wednesday. And it's so strong. Remember, there's 4 other aspects happening that day. So you're going to start feeling a shift. I would even say starting tomorrow. All of it always depends on your specific chart. But for the collective, yeah, there will be some moments. Y'all had some big tech issues. I'm not even going to go into the tech issues I've had. Oh gosh. The Great Conjunction. Oh, I forgot I can do this. Makes me think of Agra and the Dark Crystal. I don't know what that is. But is it like the Muppets? I'm thinking of like Fraggle Rock. It's like it's puppets, right? I'm sorry. It's I don't think I saw that movie. Oh, here's a question. Ricardo, speaking of blackouts, does someone else feel like something coming for Europe during New Year's Eve? Well, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't. I wish I had a camera to show you right now. I can't even close. Oh, there it goes. And my computer was about to I got that wheel, rainbow wheel. Like it wouldn't, nothing moved. Oh gosh, it's still happening. You're saying Mercury retrograde and Uranus on someone's ascendant in real time. Is it gone? Oh, Ruby woke up. Can you see her? Ruby, say hi to everybody. Okay. Yeah, so let me pull something up for New Year's Eve. Here's the thing. I won't spoil it for y'all. I'll tell you about December. I'll do your forecast soon. But yeah, when I say we're going to hit the ground running. Okay. There's a lot happening. I'm not saying it in a bad way. Again, I'm not, there's just so much energy and there's so much a lot of these aspects that happen all at once kind of energy too. But there just maybe some, there's more of a serious vibe. Let's keep it that way. But in terms of blackouts, I'll let you know if that comes up for me. Elle, you said, oh, as a very serious surgery scheduled on December 10th. What feelings are you getting? Good, bad, whatever for December 10th. December 10th. I think that, well, I'm not, I always want to make this clear. I'm not a medical anything. I have no license in doctorship. Okay. But I think that honestly, I think that you're going to be fine. I think that it is an energy that December 10th is you're clear from a lot of things. I would just be, I'd be mindful of, I think that is the day that Neptune goes direct. So, and nothing's bad with that. I think that if anything, things will be more clear for you. Yeah. If that makes sense for this. I'm not feeling, I think that I'm feeling more of this anxious energy. I remember, let me share a question. Yeah, it could also be, remember, it's the energy that you put out there. So you'd have to flip it, the mindset of saying, my husband has a serious surgery on December 10th, but I know it's going to, there's going to go, like, there's going to be no issue with it at all. I'm very confident about that. Yeah. Yeah, that changes everything. But yeah, I'm not getting anything that's, I'm getting more of there may be too much worry. But even astrologically, you're out of all the retrograde energy by that point. You will have Mars square Saturn on the 8th, though. But that's more about, I'll tell you that in your monthly. That's for everyone, that every sign is going to feel that differently. And you know that's a strong, yeah. But Saturn is, and again, I'm not a medical professional, but Saturn does rule, like, you know, it's like old bones. So Mars's physicality. But it's whatever day, anything, and this is what I say for anyone. And when I used to do private readings, any day something's scheduled, you still have to do it. And timing is everything. I believe in like divine timing. I think that if there is a day that you feel is more comfortable for you, that's when you shift things. Yeah. So it has to be at your comfort level. And that's not just, it's for anything, for anything. I've even with Ruby, there are certain days where something was booked. I felt like, I think that I'm gonna change this. I think that the universe is telling me like this might be a better time. She might go through an experience where you see improvements before that thing, like things like that. It's trusting you. Diane, member for 10 months. I appreciate it. Oh, you're Aquarius too. We got Pluto in our sign. Y'all are amazing. The other thing I was going to say is that December is going to be very, and I say this all the time, very different from November. But if you've been waiting to go, oh, yeah, you will. You will. We move into Capricorn energy. Like that is like no nonsense. Like get things done. Mars actually moves into Capricorn where Mars is exalted. Like you are gonna get stuff done. Okay. Let me get to December. But again, we'll do it. Bella, yes, Ruby is standing. She looks like, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. She is, yeah, it's still we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm gonna give it a few more weeks and we're getting there. But it is still I think it was 5 in the morning, like every night. I wake up around 4 or 5 to help her, to support her. So I haven't got any sleep. Y'all, I can't wait I want to take a nap. Dawn. Oh. Did you email support? So that's another thing, y'all. I'm finally launching, and that's another thing that's just been happening. I have developers working on it, and I had to delay it because of our health issues. So they were quietly working behind the scenes, and then Mercury went retrograde. But Dawn, yeah, will you? Oh yeah, I'm sending out an email. Remember that yeah. You're going to get that very soon. You will get that very soon. I talked about it in my live stream at Great Awakener today. So Max, your virtual Oracle gateway, will debut when Mercury goes direct. So the beginning of December. And it is, I'm just very excited. It is something that I designed back in spring. I'd say May. I put it together. And it's basically just like the easiest way to explain it is just like a chat GPT or any other AI tool, like Perplexity or whatnot, where it integrates your natal chart details, your birth chart details. So any question that you ask is literally specific to you. It's like like your birth chart's like a fingerprint. No one else has it. And so, and even if you're not into astrology, you can ask it like, what is the, luckiest day for me this month? Or, when's the best day to have a date or this week? And like all of that, it's going to answer based on your chart. And it's been in beta mode. So it's still in test mode, but I've seen the progress, which is insane. But even if you're not into that, we built it ground up. So it's a lot of course, tarot and spirituality, metaphysics, ancient wisdom, all of that. But you can, but anything you can ask about Prince William, it'll tell you everything, like anything. Like again, just ChatGPT, but with your birth chart, and it gives a transit calendar. But I'll talk about that more when it's just it's so it like it's weird to talk about during Mercury retrograde. But yeah, just know it will be coming out in December. But done. Yes. Email support@greatawakener.com. But I will be sending everyone an email. Oh my gosh. Okay. Um okay, good. I like this. Buy a book on astrology, use it to interpret your placements, sit for a reading with a professional astrologist, and Google can give you some basics. Yeah, and that's the thing about astrology too. That's y'all. That that's going to be taken to a whole other level, and I probably will talk about it in your annual forecasts. We're at a point where, and that's, by the way, that's Pluto in Aquarius, that's Uranus in Gemini. That's like Aquarius rules astrology, right? Aquarius rules space, and you got Pluto there. But anyway, I'll talk about your 2026 forecast. We're almost at a point in time where you're just seeing the brink of it, where people are putting more faith in astrologers and healers and content creators and just what you would never expect unless in like the news or mainstream media or things like that. And I did say that entire landscape is going to change. Oh, even by next year, it's going to, yeah, and social media. So it's very interesting. It really is. I think that because when you're doing astrology, you're just interpreting the language. Astrology is a language, yeah, but it's math. It's truth. It's all up there. That's why we say as above, so below. Everything happening up above. Polly, I do not give personal readings anymore, unfortunately. I miss it. I love doing it. I just didn't have time because it was, and that's something that is, it's not just time, it's time and energy, because it's not fair for me to do a reading for someone when I'm burnt out, when I don't have, it's like even with your forecasts, you've seen me doing some really late at night. I've had a lot of moments, let's call them, for the past few months, and I could only squeeze them in like really, really, really late. But you would see the difference between my energy there and like if I was doing it during the day. And so there has to be a certain, for me, level of energy that I have to do even your weekly forecasts, because you do not want to see someone just, you know. So it's the same thing with personal readings. I never want to give anybody a reading where I'm not 100% there for them. It is not fair to anybody. And so that's why I don't do it anymore, because I just don't have the time right now. But I did enjoy them, and I think that there may be a chance sometime in the future. Okay, there may be. Dawn. Okay. Oh, yeah. Dawn. No, remember, I'm sending a different. That's changed. I said it in my live stream earlier, because of Mercury retrograde. There were some things, so you're going to get a new email. Things were a little bananas. Oh, that's amazing. You've been playing around with it. Asking for best days for investment for my company. It's giving me pitch sessions too. That's Max. That's my Max. Virtual Oracle. I'm so glad. And remember, we because I'm in the staging area, so I can see the improvements every day that the developers do. And I just don't know if they pushed the last release, but you will start seeing every day. And that's why I wanted to show beta mode if you're on Great Awakener, because it's all about co-creation, right? Great Awakener. And I wanted to go create this with y'all. Anyway, y'all are gonna I can't wait. I'm so excited. Darlene. Yes, I'm sending you a new email. This is Mercury retrograde, Uranus on my ascendant. It has been bonkers bananas. And remember, I'm gonna have my own revelation and tell you something, a story about something that's been happening behind the scenes with me, outside of the health issues, outside of the robbery, outside of the surgery with my dog, outside of all these things that just came crashing down on me past 2 months. I'm gonna tell you something else that I've been dealing with. Oh my gosh, y'all are so funny. Okay. Oh, hello. Hold on. I've been enjoying the max beta version. It gave me what I have seen and repeated other birthday chart readings. I've got a wildly busy chart, and Max caught it. Yes. Amazing. That's so good to hear. I love that. And remember, that's just not, I mean, like, just wait. I'm sending the email to the newsletter, Great Awakener. Have y'all joined Great Awakener? Anyone here? Y'all better be on it. We have Brian doing breath work. I have a couple more onboarding. And that's the other thing. I just had to put a lot of things on hold because of what I was going through, but I'm not going to go through all the details. And then with the Verbeam, and that's a full-time job too. So yes, it's been a month. It's been the past 2 months. But remember, we're rising above all that. It's all in the name of becoming a better version of yourself and understanding the things that you need to change. So, also, y'all, the new moon that's happening Wednesday with a Mercury Cazimi. What a great day to be outdoors, because you're going to have this insight. And then if you live in a place in a new moon, remember, you're not getting you're going to see the stars so clearly. I'm always jealous of people who, when y'all send photos, or I see just all your sky that you have. Like, we don't have a sky here in Brooklyn. We have buildings. We have high rise. We don't. So I need to be able to get out more. Oh, y'all are amazing. Oh, thank you so much, everybody. Better be on it. No, y'all better be on. Y'all better join. I quit my job. And that's the other thing. I don't think people understand. I know there were some comments I've gotten here as well on, oh, are you spending all your time at Great Awakener? And is that why your videos are late? Well, yeah, I literally quit my job to start it. Like, you would do the same thing. I quit. I had the whole shebang. That was actually one of the hardest things too. And that's what I'm saying, is like these challenges. Sometimes you'll get like these big decisions and which direction do I go? And then everything is just a learning experience. Like, I've never done this before. It's all new to me, but it's been really exciting. It's been really exciting. But yeah, this is just the past 2 months with the health issues. This is that just through everything, both here and Great Awakener, just a little. I have to take time to take care of myself. And I will when I go on this road trip where I don't even know. And that's the thing. These energies have been so crazy. I haven't even planned. I don't know where I'm staying. It's a 2-week road. I haven't even it's all outlined. I'm a Virgo moon. That's what I do. I ran a global multi-million dollar company. The At my last job as C-suite. Like I know what to do. It's just the past few months, I again having Uranus on your ascendant, Saturn opposite your moon, Neptune opposite your moon, Jupiter square your or Saturn square your Jupiter, all on top of everything else that's happening with Ruby, with my it's just like you just can't it's like a movie. It's like a movie. It's so surreal. It's so indescribable. And it all happened all at once. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't even believe it. It's at that point where even my friends don't know how to respond now when certain things happen to me. They just have no idea how to respond because they're just like, how, uh, it's this is now happening. Like it's like a movie. But remember, Uranus is. I feel like I need like a cowbell. Like Uranus is finally off my ascendant. Still conjuncting, right? It's at 29, but that's good enough for me. Mercury's going to go direct soon. I don't mind Mercury retrograde. Like I said, I'm so used to it. But I think I needed it. I needed this time to slow down, take care of me, rethink a lot of things for me, and yeah, just really have my moments too. And that said, I think that your forecast will come out Thursday. I'm gonna say it. I'm looking at the calendar and I'm just processing in my head. I have another doctor's appointment tomorrow. I mean, I just think they're gonna come out. Ruby has another. I think they're gonna come out Thursday again. Y'all, but hey, new moon. We move into December. 2026 is bonkers. Really bonkers, but I'll be with you every step of the way. I'll be with you every step of the way. I'm going to do your annual forecast. You're going to, it is a year. It's a year that and I think I say that even a lot of the aspects you're experiencing now, even the ones that we're going through now, remember, it hasn't been for a lot of them, just nobody has experience in human history or hasn't experienced in 84 years or haven't experienced in 250 years. Like these are fresh new energies. When I say old systems, like out of the old, a whole new you. Yeah. A very brand new you. It's a very brand new you. So I'm excited to see you on the other side of 2025 into 2026. Does anybody have any exciting New Year's plans or Thanksgiving? I'm excited to see my family. I haven't seen them all year. I had one little I saw them on a little trip and I see them regularly. So that's how like I'm excited. I'm excited to see them. And remember, there's a really great grand water trine over Thanksgiving. Oh wait, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the last week. Okay, last week in November. That's going to be Oh, Venus is having a little. I'm okay. So, okay, I got to go take out Ruby, do her physical therapy, and then I know, how crazy is that? And then start your forecast. And you've noticed even sometimes I do them around this time. It's already I'm looking outside, I'm like it's already dark. What? It's so crazy. It's 4 p.m. And so I can't wait to go back to doing them in the mornings. Y'all, what are y'all talking about? What are you talking about over here? Oh, I love the journey within. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Are you in Australia? That's it. Oh my gosh. Once again. Okay. Where am I? Oh, Bella, that's a good question that a lot of people would. Is it a bad idea while Mercury is retrograde to purchase an LLC and open a bank account? And so it really, again, everything is like, to get the most accurate answer would be based on your personal chart. But I would say it's advised not to. However, if it is something that you had been working on in the past, this would be your review phase. Yep. And so, yeah, it would be fine as long as you know and are okay with some things changing down the line, right? That's that's how it is. And that's why, I mean, Mercury record, it just makes things a lot more, I don't want to say confusing, but you can still launch things. You can still do things during Mercury retrograde. It's just you want to do it when Mercury's in a good spot. Doesn't mean you can't do it when Mercury's retrograde. It's all case by case basis. Depends on your chart and it depends on what it is, right? But you know, Mercury does rule communication, signing things, agreements, things like that. And so it's like if you have to do it now, you have to do it now because Mercury goes direct and then moves into shadow. I'd rather do it during a retrograde than shadow, but that's just me. Yeah. So it really, honestly, it depends on you, your situation, and how you feel energetically about it. You know? Yeah, y'all. Okay, I gotta go. Oh, Rebecca, you try to sign up for Max with yeah. So you're getting an email later today, or oh, sorry, today or tomorrow. There's a whole. I talked about it earlier. Well, you're getting you'll be getting an email soon. You'll be getting an email soon. Y'all, I gotta go. I hear Ruby. She's gotta go. Yeah, you hear her barking? I gotta go. You heard that. Okay. Daddy's coming. Daddy's coming. All right, y'all. Have an amazing weekend. Please take advantage of Jupiter, the Sun trine Jupiter, and the Grand Water trine. Remember, the Sun is optimism. Okay. I know the energies are really strong, but you got this. It's just making you stronger. Okay. Y'all, thank you so much. I will see you very soon. And again, your videos may come out Thursday, if not later in the day, Wednesday. All right. Y'all are amazing. I'll see y'all very soon. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye, y'all. Thank you. Bye-bye.